new on Blu-ray from Unearthed Pictures, Unearthed Films, courtesy of Toe Tag Pictures. It is Fred Vogel, my bad, and Scott Swan's Maskhead. This thing is a movie I watched years ago and revisited for the Blu-ray release. It's basically about a couple of lesbians who, and that's what they're described as. So don't think I'm being weird about it, but a lesbian couple who make movies, pornographic movies that end up being snuff films because this big feller known as Maskhead always slides in and manages to kill off the people at the end of it. It's an hour and a half. It's full of plenty of extras that if you want to pause there, you can look at for a minute. But I'll say this much about it. It is a decent movie for what it is. It's a product of its time, for better or worse. This was during a time where Saw and all that was like a big deal. So movies that kind of was like torture P-ish, if you know what I'm saying, were kind of a big deal. Maskhead kind of falls in that category because the first part of the movie, which is an hour and a half, but the first part of the movie is interviewing the cast that will eventually be a part of the snuff film. You actually get a snuff film here in the middle of it, which of course always ends up with people being killed by the Maskhead, and oftentimes lured to their doom by the cowboy guy here, or the two lesbians. But it's an interesting film. It's one that I can definitely see the underground people liking a lot because of what it is. Because there is some really good effects, but I feel like the good effects really only come into play during the last portion of the film. Everything else seems like it's just a build up to that last portion of the film. Uh, the movie itself before that can kind of be boring, and as a result, only give it like a 2 out of 5 because it is lacking in a lot of areas. The concept is nothing that you haven't already seen a million times before, especially during this time period. The special effects are the best part of the movie, but they're only really put on full effect at the last kill or the last two kills of the movie. Everything else, it's trippy, it's interesting, it's not horrible, but it's nothing that's going to keep you wanting to go to this as far as toe tag movies go. One of the special features on this, the co-director Scott Swan has his own cut of the film on here, which is an interesting watch. When you want to compare it to the Fred Vogel version of the film, which is what probably everybody else has seen. There's like 3 to 4 commentaries on here, so plenty of stuff for you to dive into. Plenty of new stuff. I have the Blu-ray, or excuse me, the DVD somewhere. Uh, I hadn't watched it probably since it came out. It's very long time ago. But it feels like they did go out their way to pack this full of new things. So that being said, it's a movie that's going to be a pretty well acquired taste. Lots of torture stuff. Uh, I guess the kills are like the main thing to talk about, and only a few of them really get anywhere into ground I feel like we've not covered before. Other than that, you've seen it before. But Maskhead from Toe Tag is a great movie to have into the collection if you're trying to collect underground horror. Because anything Toe Tag is good. Hopefully they come out with like Celatartica and Red Sin Tower, because at this point we've got pretty much everything but that. But yeah, Maskhead, 2 out of 5, good for effects, especially the last couple kills. Everything else kind of feels like it's kind of dragging into that.